Hi, welcome to another episode of Speaking Through the Dark. This is my mini series, like I've said before. um, but you don't look sick. So the last time I talked about my symptom of like sometimes forgetting where my body is, kind of. This time I'm going to talk about something that happens to me when I'm trying to locate something, like an item, when I go into the store. So people don't really like going shopping with me. um, Especially like grocery shopping or something, because it takes me so long. Like I'll say I'll be just a minute, I'm just gonna run in, and like 20 minutes later I'm walking out and they're like, what took you so long? And I'm like, I didn't take long. Did all I did was what I was supposed to do and come back. But um it it's this length of time that I'm gone. I'm trying so hard to do something, and it's something that most people kind of take for granted that they can do. It's like this natural thing that kind of runs in the background, and you don't know it's missing until it's gone. Um, and it's, when you go walking into a store and you've got a list of food or, whatever, you're like, I need tomato sauce, so you walk into the tomato sauce aisle, you quickly look at all the sauces that are there and zero in on the one that you were thinking of, you grab it, you walk off. It's not that big of a deal. For me, I can't do that. I can't go in and take in the big picture and kind of like, people do this almost instantaneously, like look at the shelf and kind of fastly, your brain kind of records what's there. I have to look at every single one of those tomato sauces to make sure it's not what I need to be looking for. So I look from one to the other to the other to try to decide, okay, so do I want Classico? Is that what I was looking for? What kind of Classico is it? Nope, that's not it. Okay, what about this jar? What is it? Oh, it's classical as well. I don't know if I want that. What about this one? Okay, this one's Progresso. What kind of Progresso is it? Okay, is it going to be sweet? So I have to ask myself this, and it's like every single one until I get to one that it's like, okay, that's the one I want. And so this takes me forever, because sometimes I even lose track of what I had been it's like, wait, where was I? Was I at this Progresso, or was I over here? Oh darn, I'm gonna start all over again. Okay, first one. Okay, it's Classico. What kind of class? So it takes me forever to go from one and go through my list, because then once I finally pick that, I gotta look at my list. I gotta think, okay, where am I gonna go to get this thing? And then I've got to sit there for a second and go, okay, I know where it is, I think, so I'm going to go to that aisle. And then I go down the aisle and I kind of forget what I'm looking for, so I've got to look down at my list again. Oh yeah, it's noodles. Okay, now where are the noodles? Okay, now do I need this box of so it takes me a really long time, even just going in to grab like 3 items. Most people can run through a store and know generally what they want and grab it, grab it, grab it. Um, so that is just a little short on that. I guess I can really fastly talk about how this problems with location um, extends to finding people. So when I get lost in a store, and I won't even be lost, like let's say in Walmart, I'm in Walmart with my mother, and I say I'm gonna go, I don't know, to the next aisle to look for something, and I come back and my mom has moved on. Most people don't take that as a big deal. Oh, I can find them pretty easy. This freaks me out to no end. And the reason why is because looking for somebody makes my symptoms so much more worse. And it's because there's all these people, there's sights, there's sounds, there's colors, there's lights, and I have a hard time processing information. My white matter has gone down. So when I'm taking all this information in and I'm looking around, it's more than just, slowly looking at the scene and being able to take it in. I'm looking around trying to find something particular. So I'm being bombarded with all of this sensory information, and I'm trying to process it to see it's like, oh, is this person my mom? Is this person my mom? I'm trying to look for something familiar. And it just gets so overwhelming, and the whole scene starts to get blurry and like kind of merge into each other, and everybody's looking the same, and I'm starting to not feel good. I feel sick to my stomach. My head's starting to hurt a little bit because I'm trying to force my brain to process this all. I am scared that I could be looking directly at my mother and not be able to tell it's her because I'm so not feeling good that I'm not processing the information. And I just, get to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to sit down with my eyes closed and wait for somebody to find me. Because I cannot do this. And it's just too much. And, but I can't do that because if I just sat down in the middle of the aisle like that and waited for someone to come get me, people would think I was crazy. And it would just be weird. So I, cover my eyes like this usually and take a few seconds to breathe, which also looks very crazy, I think. And just go, okay, you can do this. Think of something that would be very familiar. And I'm like, whether it be my daughter's shirt color that is different from the rest of the things, or trying to listen for my youngest daughter's screaming because she's very loud, or the color of my mother's ponytail or something that most people don't have. And then I just basically tell my brain, okay, filter out all the information except for this. If you see pink, that's your oldest daughter's color, focus in on that. Then I can start looking a little bit better. It's really frustrating to have to do everything this way. It's like, and by the time I find the person, I am so upset and so frazzled, and I feel so lost, like I'm never going to find them because I just can't do it, and I'm not feeling good. By the time I get there, I'm as irritable as bear. I'm like mad. I'm like, why did you leave me? And they're like, you said you were going to go do that. And I'm like, yeah, but I meant like, just wait a second. I'm going to go to the next aisle. Stay where you are. And the person's going, I don't see why it's such a big deal. You found me. And meanwhile, they didn't know all the terror I just went through and all the like pain and all the ridiculousness of like my senses like getting too over. And usually by that time I'm just like my brain is like, nope, you're tired, you're done, you need to go home. And I'm like, again, about to faint usually. So I just hold on to the basket and say, it's time, I'm getting sick, it's time to go. And we go home because I'm just not feeling good at that point. So yeah, locating things when I'm this sick is really hard. So that was my point for this segment, and I will be doing another one tomorrow, or the next one. I don't know how these videos are being watched. Okay, see you later.